Sunshine is not canceled.
Love is not canceled.
Relationships are not canceled.
Reading is not canceled.
Naps are not canceled.
Going for a walk is not canceled.
Kindness is not canceled.
Imagination is not canceled.
Conversations are not canceled.
Hope is not canceled, and
Our pathways are not canceled. Let's learn more about pathways to our success by sharing this video clip of one of the top community colleges in the West.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and I'm a student ambassador at Pueblo Community College. I decided to go for a higher education after deciding to go into the medical field. And I was looking at other colleges, and I just felt that PCC was the right fit for me, especially with going into emergency medicine, which is what my first idea was. And I ended up transferring over to fire science for firefighting. And they just offered me all the help I could get, all the options. I was able to look at the career path, and I'm set on track so I could start doing that. I believe that higher education is the best route for people who are still trying to find themselves. If you don't know what you want to do yet, you could be undecided, take a couple courses. You could even branch out. If you like music, take some music courses. If you're a writer, take some writing courses, and maybe you'll end up being a nurse. I picked PCC because of the environment. I came to talk to an advisor, and he was just ready to go. He was hands-on, like, here's what I have for you. We have so many great programs. He listened to me, and I was able just to vent all my ideas, oh, I spent years doing this and now I'm doing something completely opposite. I'm off track. I don't know what to do. And he just talked me down. He was able to help me look at a schedule, pick my classes, and set me on track pretty much to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. If you don't know what you want to do and you're very confused, go to a campus, talk to an advisor, and they'll be able to help you sort it out. Here we have amazing advisors and students who are going to be able to explain things to you and help you out and decide what you want to do. And it's going to help you. It helps you discover what you want to do and who you want to be in the future, which is why looking for a higher education is going to help. It's very beneficial for you. That's why I decided to pick PCC, and I think that you should too. Look into it. Apply to as many schools as you can. Apply to PCC, and we'll reach out to you and help you figure it out.
Did you know that the president of PCC is a woman?
Of course I did. Dr. Patty Erjavec.
She is doing amazing things for so many students at the main Pueblo campus and the branch campuses in Canyon City, Durango, and the other cities in the Southwest region in Colorado.
Hello, I'm Dr. Patty Erjavec, president of Pueblo Community College, and I'm extremely honored to have the opportunity to tell you a little bit about PCC and the amazing educational opportunities offered to you, the next generation of leaders, educators, and skilled workers. You see, I'm very much like you, a Pueblo native and a first-generation student. I'd like to begin by giving you a little history lesson about higher education in Pueblo, Colorado. Many of you know that our newspaper, the Pueblo Chieftain, was founded by the Hogue family. They had a son, Frank Hogue Jr., who they sent to the East Coast to attend an Ivy League college. When Frank Hogue Jr. returned to Pueblo, one of the first things he said to his family was that Pueblo, Colorado needs an institution of higher ed. He felt very fortunate to have had the opportunity that he did, but he knew that many citizens in Pueblo just couldn't afford or wouldn't be able to offer that same opportunity to their children. So that's exactly what happened. The first institution of higher ed was formed by Frank Hogue Jr., and the first class took place on the third floor of the Pueblo courthouse. There were about 17 women in 1933 that began their higher educational journey, and their field of study was home economics. So think about it, 17 women. And Pueblo Community College sits on the very ground that as higher ed continued to grow and prosper, CF&I donated the land, and Pueblo Community College sits on that very campus today. There's been so much growth over the years, and now today we have the privilege in Pueblo of having both a 2-year institution and a 4-year regional comprehensive university. Not a lot of communities can say that they have those assets. You're very fortunate to be able to continue on, hopefully as you get your education, to stay in Pueblo and continue your education. So students, just like Frank Hogue Jr., there is greatness and talent within each one of you. And your path forward involves an opportunity for a great education. Now at Pueblo Community College, we take pride in engaging in your academic journey, beginning with Kids College. And during the summer, we have lots of little ones running around exploring higher ed. And we stay connected with you throughout a variety of opportunities, such as TRIO Upward Bound, concurrent enrollment, summer bridge programs, and long-term and short-term certificates. We offer associate's degrees, and now we have the privilege of offering Bachelor's of Applied Science, including a degree completion with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. We have 4 academic divisions and Pueblo Corporate College, a division of PCC, which is the non-credit side of the college. We have the Division of Arts and Science, Division of Business and Advanced Technology, Division of Health and Public Safety, and the Division of Nursing. Our liberal arts programs and degrees with designation are our transfer programs and are located in the Division of Arts and Science. And all of our career and technical programs are located within the other 3 divisions. All of our general education courses, math, English, science, are guaranteed transfer to 4-year institution. So it is very beneficial for you to enroll in early college courses when you're still in high school and to complete these courses concurrently while you work towards your high school diploma. Not only do you earn college credit, but you do so at no cost, saving your family many dollars that then can be put towards your degree completion as you graduate and matriculate to Pueblo Community College, and then, if you so desire, on to CSU Pueblo or any other state 4-year institution. We also offer completion programs and bachelor's degrees in nursing, respiratory care, radiological technology, dental hygiene, advanced emergency medicine, and secured software development. Did you know that our nursing graduates earn $60,000 when they first graduate from PCC? Did you know that a dental hygienist could earn easily $80,000 right out of the box? And our welding students earn between $55,000 and $60,000 at places like Vestas, Train, and many other of our local manufacturing facilities. We also offer programs in automotive technology, renewable energy, industrial maintenance, machining, culinary arts, radiological technology, physical therapy technology, behavioral health care. The list just goes on and on. In fact, we have over 75 programs of study. And finally, we don't simply just offer academic programs. We are committed to providing exceptional student services as well. At Pueblo Community College, failure is not an option. We have support for your basic needs, tutoring, success coaches, medical and mental health services, technology support. The list goes on and on. When you become part of the PCC family, you are a very special member of our team, and we're going to make sure that we do everything for you to be successful. It's been a pleasure to have an opportunity to speak with you. I want to wish you continued success in your academic career. Good luck to you, keep persevering, and I look forward to seeing you at Pueblo Community College in a few short years. Thank you.
With over 75 programs of study, there truly is a path for everyone.
I especially liked becoming part of the PCC family.
Yes, where there are systems waiting to support us so we are successful.
I heard recently they even have a Conquering Dreams scholarship. It helps pay for fees and tools we may need if we take concurrent enrollment courses. These tools could be welding mask or a blood pressure cuff.
Truly supporting students. Did you know there's a shortage of people trained to work in the healthcare field?
Maybe that's a career field I need to look into.
Yeah, you should. Check out My Colorado Journey for more information.
Or listen to what Centura Health has to say in the next featured employer video clip.
My purpose is to create happiness and ease distress. I'm on a mission to do so at Centura Health through innovative, cost-effective solutions.
My mission is to impact our patients' lives in a positive way and to be able to provide leadership for our team.
Each day, we're amplifying our efforts to make a difference, and you are the hero of our story. You are real people serving real people and loving neighbors helping neighbors. Together, we're finding more ways to connect mind, body, and spirit, and to create the future of health. Each day, amazing things are happening across our ecosystem. And we know this is work that's felt on a deeper and personal level. This is more than a job. It's a calling. And when each of us lives out our purpose, it helps carry out our values and our mission.
I'm on a mission to sustain primary care. I feel like my new position at Centura allows me to help primary care physicians in a really foundational way.
I love being a caretaker. I feel like I give a lot back as far as my positive vibe. My mission is to make sure that my patients are happy from the time they come in to the time they leave, and that we have a healthy relationship.
Career pathways?
It's really a thing.
Jason encourages us to seek those career pathways.
Hello, I'm Jason Falsetto, the CTE Outreach Coordinator at Pueblo Community College. My main job is to educate the community and bring awareness to career and technical education programs and show just how many opportunities there are in Southern Colorado. I also help students find their path while in college and aid them in their success to find jobs in Southern Colorado. We previously defined what CTE stands for and how these programs are incredible options for you. But many of you may be asking, exactly what type of jobs could I get with a CTE degree? Can I stay in Colorado? Could I travel the world? Will I make a lot of money from this? And how long does it take to go to college for these programs? Well, today I'm here to answer these questions you may have. There are so many places and ways to work in your community. You also have access to colleges within Southern Colorado that will prepare you for a successful life. There are many national businesses in Southern Colorado alone. For example, TR Toppers is a candy company located east of Pueblo. They distribute candy toppings to most national dessert places such as Dairy Queen. More interested in business? The Target Distribution Center, Loaf and Jug Headquarters, and Vestas are international companies with jobs of all levels available in Pueblo. If you can go into welding or machining courses, you can get jobs at places like the steel mill, Vestas, and countless manufacturers in your community. These manufacturers make anything from modular housing to metal used to build the United States infrastructure, all the way to designing parts for airplanes worldwide. Do you want to go into the film industry? The Center for New Media at Pueblo Community College is a company that creates broadcasts and digital media promotions for many businesses in Southern Colorado. They even have degrees you can enroll in today. Do you and your family own a farm? You can take classes at Otero Junior College or Trinidad State Junior College in agriculture. These jobs in your community alone can help you find a successful career and help you make a great living for your family. For many of these jobs, CTE degrees are needed. CTE degrees are often not found in universities. Community colleges and vocational schools are the best options for CTE degrees as they are designed with these degrees in mind. You can start these degrees or certificates while in high school at a local college, complete them in 1 to 4 semesters, depending on what you decide to do, and start at a high-paying job right here in your community. If you do want to move away, though, there are many opportunities all around Colorado and the country. The possibilities are endless when you have a CTE degree.
Boy, there are great programs all over our state. Remember how scholarships are like free money to help pay for our college education?
Better than loans, that's for sure.
PHES Executive Director and their Board of Directors gives out thousands and thousands of dollars each year to help fund college expenses.
And she has some extremely valuable advice for us to make sure we are one of the students who may qualify for the scholarships and how to do it successfully.
Hello students, my name is Janelle Quick, Executive Director at the Pueblo Hispanic Education Foundation, otherwise known as PHEF. Our foundation works to help students who want to go to college by offering scholarships. We're based out of Pueblo, Colorado, but are happy to serve students across southern Colorado. We have been awarding scholarships to students for 32 years. That's been a lot of scholarships to a lot of students. The cost of attending college can be expensive, but there are opportunities for financial support out there. So don't think you can't go to school because you can't afford it. There are some very basic things to consider when you get into high school that will help you when it comes to apply for college and scholarships in your senior year. The big point here is to start thinking about these things in your freshman year of high school or even in your 8th grade year of middle school. Grades. There are 2 types of scholarships, merit and need. Merit focuses on high GPA and exceptional academic and extracurricular activity success during your high school years. Everyone can qualify for this regardless of their family income. Need focuses on a financial need as well as good grades and participation in extracurricular activities during high school. Good grades don't always mean 4.0. Many students with B and C averages can be accepted into college and find scholarships. PHEF has several scholarships that even have a 2.5 GPA requirement. The important thing to remember is as soon as you start your high school path, your grades matter. Try your best from the start. Extracurricular activities. Get involved. Find something that interests you while you're in high school and get involved. Yearbook staff, student government, speech and debate, sports, drama club, ROTC, 4-H, religious youth groups, any club or organization that shows that you can expand your experiences. These activities can be sponsored by school or outside organizations. This shows you're willing to try new things. Employment. Getting a job when you turn 16 years old is a great way to not only earn some spending money, but it's great for applications. Having a part-time job in high school helps you learn basic skills to prepare for your future job as an adult. We call those skills building a work ethic. That's basically a fancy way to say you're learning to function in a workplace that shows you are responsible and want to give your very best when you're on the job. Some of these skills include being on time, finishing tasks, cleaning up after yourself, being nice to others, learning to interact with customers, building good communication skills, and being respectful. Every job you have for the rest of your life are going to need these skills, so start them early for a successful career in your future. Volunteering and community service. Volunteering is freely offering to do something without expecting anything in return. You may have already started volunteering in your life with your family, church, or organization. The thing about volunteering or community service is that you are looking at the world and how you personally can help make it better. In high school, you're expected to complete volunteer hours. Find organizations who do work that interest you. Do you want to help animals? Volunteer at the local shelter. Want to be sure people eat? The local soup kitchen or food bank could use your help. There are so many ways to support your community. It also makes you feel good to help others. Don't wait until the last minute of your senior year to start volunteering. That could almost be too late. Essay writing. Whether you have to write an essay for a college application or a scholarship application, you want to write about yourself in a way that shows the reader you're serious about what you want. Start writing your story early. You'll have 4 years to perfect it. Keep a journal starting your freshman year in high school that you can write your thoughts and feelings down, and when you're ready to write your essays, you can reflect on the journal notes to help you remember. Talk about your interests, your career goals, what obstacles have happened in your life and how you overcame them. Who's your mentor? What did you learn from school or extracurricular activities or volunteering? How did your family support you? How did you keep positive when your family wasn't a support? Your story is your story. There is no right or wrong in how you tell it. Ask questions. They say there is no dumb questions except the ones that aren't asked. Sometimes you just don't know, and that's okay. Ask your teachers, your school counselors, parents. Call me. If we don't know the answer, we will help you find someone who can. It has been great chatting with you. I hope I have given you some good ideas about how to plan and prepare for college. Please consider PHEF a resource of information for you and your family. Thank you for your time today. Good luck.
I'm feeling really supported in how many speakers have given their time to help support us in our pathways to success as we plan our future.
And they provide us with such important information. I am glad these video series will be accessible to us on YouTube in many years to come.
Me too. Our next video has some excellent information on how to pay for college. Just listen.
And take notes.
It's amazing to me how much money is truly out there for students to go to college.
When you're trying to figure out how to pay for college, securing scholarships is the best place to start. Scholarships don't have to be paid back, and they can reduce the amount of money you have to earn or borrow while you're in college. We've asked real students who were able to add up small and large scholarship awards to cover their college costs to share their tips with you.
I think I applied my freshman year to maybe 10 scholarships, and I got 6 of them.
I would say at the end I won about 10 to 15 different scholarships and collected about $200,000, $300,000 for college.
Honestly, I have probably applied for 75 scholarships, and I have been awarded probably 30 or more of those scholarships.
Step 1. Search for scholarships you may be eligible for. Write down all the activities, interests, and attributes that make you, well, you. Every year, every student should fill out the FAFSA, regardless of income, because it's the only way to potentially qualify for merit scholarships and grants. Many colleges require the FAFSA for their own financial aid programs. Trusted sites like TFS Scholarships are an awesome way to start learning what scholarships are out there. You can use the site to search for a list of scholarships matched just to you. It's at tuitionfundingsources.com. Step 2. Get your materials together so you have what you need to complete your scholarships. We're talking your report card, your personal essay, and your recommendation letters, plus the student aid report you got after completing the FAFSA.
When I was applying to scholarships, I had made a college resume of all the extracurriculars that I had done, different sports and academic achievements that I had been awarded, and that really helped lay out things in a structured form that could easily let me transfer it from one scholarship application to another.
Step 3. It's all about applying. Challenge yourself to set aside scholarship time every week. Keep trying and keep applying, starting in high school and going through every year of college until you graduate. Remember that scholarships aren't just for your first year.
Just because you don't get one scholarship doesn't mean that you're not going to get the next one. You just have to keep trying.
Step 4. This may sound like a no-brainer, but follow each scholarship's application instructions correctly. Even a small mistake could disqualify your application. Get your mom or your bestie or school counselor to help you review your applications before you send. It's all about the group effort.
I think one thing that people overlook is acceptance rate for scholarships are super deflated. And what I mean by that is there's actually a great number of candidates who apply with too long a word count of an essay, who apply and miss their teacher recommendation or forget one component.
Working to find and win scholarships paid off for Eric, Estefania, and Jonisha. Here's a recap of their top tips. Search for scholarships you may be eligible for. Get your materials together. Keep applying, starting in high school and going through every year of college until you graduate. Follow each scholarship's application instructions correctly. College Steps, brought to you by Wells Fargo.
They forgot a really important way to pay for some of our college.
What's that?
Concurrent enrollment, when we can get college credits for taking courses while in high school, remember?
Yes. What are you looking at?
The sky.
Why?
Because I am so interested in space and science.
Oh, then listen up. Andy Randall of PCAP has some incredible stories to share.
Hello, my name is Andy Randall, and I'm the Quality Assurance Manager for the Battelle Memorial Institute at Pueblo Chemical Agent Destruction Pilot Plant, also known as PCAP, outside of Pueblo, Colorado. I've always been fascinated with how things work in the world. I grew up as a military kid and had the opportunity to travel to parts of the world and see many fun and exciting things. But in all of these places, I discovered there was always something sciencey to be learned. My brothers and I conducted dubious experiments with electricity, resulting in popped breakers, 1 or 2 stern parental discussions, and an increased knowledge of electrical energy. We conducted experiments with gravity using bicycles, skateboards, and ramps, resulted in broken equipment, shed blood, and an increased knowledge of the laws of physics. But in middle school, I truly learned which of the sciences I was the most passionate about. I had a science teacher who impressed on me when over the course of the semester, he did many things, but the highlights included the following. He initiated a chemical reaction which covered the entire classroom in green fluffy stuff. He created a rotten egg smell which emptied an entire wing of the school, and he changed a clear liquid to all the different colors of the rainbow. Throughout high school, I loved sciences and took all the science classes I could. In college, I learned that not only did I like chemistry, but I was actually pretty good at it. Learning sciences is learning how the world works around us. I wanted to contribute to making the world a better, safer place, so learning how it all works is necessary. And interestingly, when I asked which additional classes I would recommend for a student to take to prepare for working in the sciences, I've always recommended the following: speech and writing. The best science in the world is meaningless if you cannot communicate it both orally and in written form. I earned my Bachelor of Sciences in Chemistry in 1988 and my Master of Sciences in Analytical Chemistry in 1991. And then I started my career in sciences working for the United States Space Program, also known as NASA, as a contractor. Yes, I have been a real live rocket scientist, and I have the shirt to prove it. For 20 years, I worked in the space industry as a project leader and a laboratory supervisor. My primary responsibility centered on testing things that would go into space to ensure they were compatible with either the space environment or the inside of a manned space vehicle. Inside the manned area of a space vehicle also means things have to be tested for odor. Inside a spacecraft, if something smells really bad, you can't roll down the window and clear the air. The smell just builds and builds and builds, and can even keep the astronauts from doing their job. The astronauts I know all told me that throwing up in space is no fun. Some of the things I tested were also very interesting. They included clothing, instruments, paints, coatings, and even a thing called the urine containment bag. Yes, its purpose is exactly as it sounds. Its job was to contain the odor, and oddly enough, it was only somewhat successful. I also handled rocket fuel and performed tests to make sure that the things the rocket fuel would come in contact with would not cause a fire. I was literally paid to start fires and blow things up. In one test, I actually started a fire with nothing more than a rubber glove, a liquid, and the energy of ripping a finger off of the glove. Working for the space program was all about ensuring the safety of the astronauts and enabling the study of space and how humans can live in space for an extended period of time. Eventually, with the downsizing of the space program, I left the aerospace community and went to work for the Department of Homeland Security. The purpose of my job with DHS was to learn new ways to detect explosives from a distance. While doing this job, I got to travel and handle relatively large quantities of explosives like TNT. Now, I didn't get to detonate any of them, but I did work on ways to detect ultra-low amounts of these explosives in the air. The next job I held in my career was to serve the state of New Mexico as the state chemist for the New Mexico Department of Agriculture, also called NMDA. The state chemist for NMDA oversees the laboratories and personnel who test products to ensure that they contain what the label says that they contain. This ensures that when someone buys these products, they are getting what they paid for. We tested pet food, animal food, seeds, and pesticides. This job was very important and required a lot of interaction with consumers, manufacturers, and also state politicians. While in this job, I was asked by a school district to tour middle and high school labs and offer suggestions for chemical storage and improved safety. Communication skills were key. After leaving the New Mexico Department of Agriculture, I was offered the job as the Quality Assurance Manager for Battelle at the Pueblo Chemical Agent Destruction Pilot Plant, also known as PCAP, outside Pueblo, Colorado. And this is my current job. In this position, I oversee all of the quality department activities conducted in support of the laboratory on the site. Our mission is to work in partnership with the laboratory to provide confidence in the results produced by the PCAP laboratory through audits, objective review of results and methods, observation of processes, and preparation of control samples for laboratory verification analyses. To accomplish this, we must perform our jobs in a professional, timely, and objective manner to ensure worker safety and regulatory compliance. In short, we review all of the data generated by the laboratory department prior to delivery to the government. This job is extremely satisfying to me because I am contributing to the destruction of these terrible weapons. The job requires me to use my scientific knowledge gained from my college education and all of my previous jobs, as well as the communication skills and experience I learned. I have said this to my children, one of who is an engineer, the other is studying computer sciences, and I would say it to all of you. I strongly recommend that each of you find what you are passionate about in a field of study and then follow your dream to make it happen. Build your career, but never forget the importance of family. And lastly, take advantage of the support group around you, whether it is your family, teachers, or others like myself.
What an amazing company that is.
Yeah, and right here in our own backyard.
Our next featured employer also has numerous opportunities for careers we are interested in.
Isn't Xcel just our gas supplier, or do they supply electricity?
They actually supply both electricity and gas to our homes and businesses.
Which is probably why they have so many opportunities.
hope is not canceled indeed. When busy people take time out of their demanding schedules to welcome us as the president of Pueblo Community College, Dr. Erjavec did, it really means they care about us.
Understanding the career and technical opportunities we have, as well as more information about STEM, scholarships, and paying for college, and showcasing other career fields gave us more knowledge to make decisions.
And remember, knowledge is power and cannot be taken away from us.
I was glad to hear CTE courses may be courses we can take through concurrent enrollment too. Until next time, know what path you are on your journey to success.